Already today's TV challenge Lockup Lao, no Aegis Armor, mandatory headshots, and Flashbang Frenzy. Now, no Aegis Armor isn't really all that relevant here, but it's mainly just mandatory headshots and maybe a bit of Flashbang Frenzy. But regardless, we've got a thumper, which means that things are for the most part going to go just fine. Which is why we're just going to go right through here, and then hopefully we're just going to be able to find a house relatively soon, because we... You know what, that's none of our concern, so we're just going to go through here, and, well, absolutely no one's going to care, which... I mean, it should be quite simple, but if we could actually have mandatory headshots work, that would be quite nice. But before that, we're just going to actually barricade this before someone will breach us in, which would be quite bad, so... We'll do just that. We will be unable to go up the stairs, and afterwards we're just going to go through here, and afterwards go through here, which... So far, it's an absolutely excessive number of people, but we're just going to hope for the best and, well, ignore what's going on, because we... Well, can, and that's really the only reason. It's... not very compelling, but... Certainly it could work, it's just that we kind of have to go over there right now because there's someone breaching and we don't really want that, so... We'll take out that over there, and afterwards we're gonna go through here, which... should still be relatively simple, which... isn't really as long as I search the file cabinets, but once done with that, it should, well, be very, very much simple, so... Then we're just gonna start a hack over here, and essentially it's just gonna be a matter of actually defending the spots, which... we're going to get to right around now, because that's kind of what we want to do, so... We'll do just that before we actually start searching for files, which we do eventually want to get, because that's... quite important for trying to actually, well, do something off. First of all, let's try to not meet all of the guards here. If we want some intel that might be useful later on, which we kind of do, so... We'll start a hack over here, and then afterwards we're going to see what happens, because, well, Cyber's also starting one over there, which... it's hilarious, because that's, well, this computer over here and not that computer over there, so... we're just going to make sure there are no other files over here, which there aren't, so we're just going to go through here, find a file over here, and then afterwards realize that we should probably go upstairs because there's someone breaching over there, which... we generally would not want to condone, so... because someone's breached now, that's... certainly going to be questionable for success over here. But we'll try our best over there and take care of what's going on over there, which... so far is not really going all that well. If it isn't already evident, which as long as that unit doesn't rush me, should still go decently fine, even though it probably doesn't, but... we'll try our best to take out the units over there. As we go back over here to take out the units that will most definitely be rushing over here, which we still don't really want happening, but... for the most part, things will work out just fine. Hopefully, that is. It's not really what I guaranteed, but... we'll clear the units behind this very much questionable cover, and then afterwards we're gonna go over here and we'll search the files over here, which has been searched. So instead we're just gonna go over here and make sure that we're actually defending this spot before, well, things start going south, because we don't really want that, so... hi there. We'll just wait here now for somebody to presumably join us behind us, and then we're just gonna go downstairs and, well, get a door open, which... for a start, if we could just not have that happen would be quite nice. We should really consider going down over there. Well, I mean, that works for us. You kind of have to do that first, but... we'll take care of you over there. And then we'll hopefully not meet any units coming from that direction, because that would be quite bad, so... now that we're essentially done that, we're just gonna go through here, and hopefully we won't have to meet any more units, because we're not really that fond of that, so we're just gonna go through here. Hopefully the units are shot behind us all too quickly, and then we'll just make sure that we've got our med kits ready. And then we're just going to go in, because that's kind of the entire premise of this, and because we're using a thumper, well, we have to be a bit careful about actually breaching, since, well, the thumper can most definitely shoot through the bars over there, which would be very, very much questionable for trying to actually, well, breach things open. So we're just going to go over here, and then we're just going to make sure that we actually know what the things that we're looking for are, which we kind of do. And then we'll just start bagging them up, and then, well, hopefully we'll get more intel on where the remaining ones are, because we still kind of want that. We'll bag it up over there, we're going to leave it over there, and then we're just going to see what's going on for the rest, which... unfortunately, does not seem like all that much intel, which is generally not all that great, but we can most definitely work with this, and well, hopefully the units won't show up all that quickly, which would be rather unfortunate, so we're just gonna search this right over here. And then at this point we should probably go back over here and watch out for any units, which there aren't any. And then subsequently we kind of already know that the last 2 bags are gonna be over here, because there's one over there and there's one over here. And then that one's all the way over there, which has already been bagged up. Now, unfortunately, it's a bit eerily quiet, which means at the moment we go out, we're probably going to be meeting at least, well, 2 squads of units, which we are not really here for. So we're just going to back this up. So I'm just going to back that up. And then we're going to meet that aforementioned 2 squads of units, which, once again, not really what we're here for. So we'll take care of all of that over there. We're going to somehow get Flashbang, because of course we are. And then we'll just move over there, get Flashbang yet again. And then we'll move in here and just, well, take cover for a bit, because we, quite frankly, cannot see anything, which is generally not a trait that we really want, because of the whole not seeing anything part, but for now we're just gonna leave this over there. And then whenever we're ready, we're just gonna move. But it is Flashbang Frenzy, so perfect. We're just gonna grab that S97, and we're just going to hopefully wait over here for a bit, because we would very much generally like more information on whatever's going on over there, which, one thing that would help is maybe not taking all that much damage, but we're gonna go through here, we're gonna do a bit of friendly fire, and then hopefully we're gonna just, well, keep things generally alright, because it's not been generally alright, so we'll see plus over there, we're gonna go through here, and afterwards we're going to hopefully, well, actually, well, not take all that much damage, because so far it's been an absolutely tremendous wreck, which it's probably not the best trait for describing things over here, but we'll just leave the mech over there. And then we'll just go over here and stash things over here. And now someone's gonna go get the last bag, and well, hopefully things are gonna go well, because we did leave that mech over there. So hopefully they've got enough health to actually deal with all of that, which does not seem all that promising, but it's certainly better than not having that. Now, judging based on where the gunshots are, I don't think Cyber's made much progress, but we're gonna hope for the best, and well, we're just gonna wait over here and get a helicopter started. It's gonna take some time anyway, so we really might as well wait, which is precisely what we're doing. And as much as I'd like to defend over there, there's a very high chance that a unit just spawns up over there, which we do not want, because that's going to be a rather questionable flank, so we'll just wait over here. And Cyber's got a bag, and all Cyber has to do is just make it back over here, which hi there. We're gonna take care of that over there, and we're just gonna continue defending this over here, because that's really all there's to it. And we should probably stay behind a helicopter, because we've got a lot of very angry units. So we'll take care of all of that. We'll wait over here. And then Cyber's gonna show up over here and start defending, well, presumably Cyber's gonna start defending over there, because I'm gonna watch this over here. Just because of the sheer, well, questionable lack of health, which we don't really want, so you should really be over there. Just saying. But I mean, so far there aren't any units. And then we'll just wait over here. And presumably things are gonna go just fine. Well, I mean, ideally we get out of here before the units actually start showing up, but that's not really what we want here, so we're just gonna quickly go over here. We're gonna get out of here before we take too much damage, and then that's the daily challenge done in just under 9 minutes. Cheers everyone, have a great time.